Managing the details versus micromanaging. A restaurant owner recently shared with me some of the things he learned the hard way of not doing in his business in the early years. So basically, these are things that he is really sorry that he didn't start doing from the beginning of his business. And of course, you learn, no judgment, right? And it might seem simple, it might seem what's the big deal. However, one of the things he shared was the importance of weighing portions. Like you're going to make a certain meal, sticking to the guidelines, sticking to the portions. It might seem like, what's the big deal if the sauce is a little bit over the required amount, or if you're giving out some extra, you know, napkins or so. However, the details in your business are important. The more you manage the details in your business, the more you're going to see increased profits, increased cash flow, and the more your business is propelled towards that path of wealth. So, when you think about managing the details, it could be like, should I be paying attention to every little thing? Or is it a case where I have to recheck, double check, triple check everything? Or is that micromanaging? Is that really too much for my team, too much for me, too much for you as a CEO? Is that really too much to manage the details? How are you supposed to manage those details and why? Right? So I'll elaborate a little bit on what he shared. We were talking, and he shared that as simple as you see it, he realized that if you keep over portioning on sauce, if you keep over portioning on those raw material, those key products, rice portions, if you keep over portioning on the meat portions, even the veggies, it eventually adds up. And I was really, really happy to hear him say that, because to be honest, that is one of the important foundations that need to be set up in your business. You need to have that process where you are managing the details. I'll quickly say not all the details are important. Sometimes you're getting overwhelmed about managing some details that really do not matter in a big way. For example, you might be like, oh, I gotta watch how much pens are being used or how much paper, like in the office, stationery. However, it's not that you're not supposed to manage those details. However, think about, in managing those details, what is the impact in your business? If, for example, your managers, or you're using, let's say, 10 pence a month instead of five, what's the materiality of that, right? Versus if you are not managing those details that build up for your food costs, your portion sizes, your ordering, your inventory. If you are not paying attention to the key details in your business, then your business is not under that control that's needed to really enhance profits and cash flow. Micromanaging, again, it's at the other end of the spectrum, the other end of the line, where you are paying attention to every little thing in your business. And it's not to say that you have to physically, as the CEO, come in, check the stationery, check that, check that. You can set up systems in your business that will help with managing those other little areas that don't impact your profit, your bottom line in a powerful way. Or, those systems, those processes, when set up, will be able to manage your details in a more impactful way. So again, there's a difference between managing the details and micromanaging. Micromanaging is where you're paying attention to every little thing. You want to double, triple check everything. Physically, you can't do that as a CEO. It's not sustainable. And you might start out doing it, and nothing is wrong with that. However, as you grow and the dynamics of your business change, you physically can't micromanage. And not only that, too, micromanaging leaves a bad taste with the culture, your team. So, what is a better way? What's a better option? Managing the details. That is a much better option. So, you're managing those key details that impact your profit in a more powerful way. And in managing the details, the second point I want to share with you is to ensure that you have systems and processes that end up managing the details for you as well. So If let's go back to that example of the food costs and the sauce, you have a system in place where it is clear this is the portion, everybody knows the recipe, everybody knows what's expected, your team is very clear. And by looking at key numbers, you're going to be able to see if that's not being done, right? And of course, you're going to do your spot checks. As a CEO, I strongly believe that you got to have your ears on the ground. You got to be physically in your business, spot checks, you have multiple locations. You got to be on top of that because you never know, right? However, systems, processes that are set up will help to support you as a CEO in managing the details. So there is no, it's not a debate. Managing the details is key. Knowing the key details to manage the impactful details that impact your profits, cash flow, and propel you on the path for wealth and sustainability and being recession proof, that is important. How you do it, that is what is really, really more important and more impactful. So, no to micromanaging. However, managing the key details, that is essential. That is very, very, very important. Do remember to share this broadcast out, repost it, like it, comment if you have questions, or if you even have a comment, do share where you're joining in from. It's always nice to know where others are from. And sometimes somebody else listening, this person's in Dubai or so. That's good to know. And you can make connections as well. So thank you all for tuning in. If you do have any questions, feel free to send me a message. That's fine, or like or comment, or you can place your questions or comments in the chat and I'll follow up and respond as well. So signing off in 3, 2, 1. Bye, everyone.